it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video, and welcome to Sunshine Hill, created by MD999. Now this is a PlayStation 5 park, so will only be available to PlayStation 5 owners, and the description reads, realistic theme park with two major coasters, a concept B&M single rail and a B&M hyper. Also a pirate themed area included, a river rapids ride and a selection of flat rides. So, really excited to get into this one, some really unique and original things in this park. So let's hop in and have a look, shall we? Right, so here we are around the entrance of the park. Now, even though this is a PlayStation 5 park, it's not a really big park, to be honest. It's not going to be a massively long spotlight because there's not a lot going on, which confused me quite a lot when I first opened up this park. There was a lot that I looked at and thought, wow, I really like that. I've never seen anything like that, like this entrance, for instance, which we'll get to in a minute, and then the science fiction area over there, which is amazing. But not only is this 100% on a PlayStation 5, but it's actually over the 100%. So I think the glitch has been used as well. And I'm thinking, like, how has this park got so little in it for a PlayStation 5 park? And I think it may be, once again, to do with the pathing. Now, just as we come out of the entrance tunnel here, come on, there we go. Right, so as we come out of the entrance tunnel here, you can turn left and you can walk down this path here. Now, I've had the map open for about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. I've sped up time and I haven't seen a single guest use this path. Not one. Because it just doesn't really take them anywhere. And then it comes up here on this side of the car park, and then you can walk around here. So obviously this kind of like pathing would be like if you park over here, you could then walk from this direction to the park. So you got the pathing going all the way around there as well, and then the pathing comes all the way across here and then connects up at the entrance over here. Now, out of curiosity, I deleted all of that path to see what it would do, and it took me down to 94%. You're taking up 6% of your allowance on some pathing that not a single guest uses and doesn't even get seen. Now, fair enough, I can see that obviously around this little car park bit here, the little turnaround, you can see that bit, but the rest of the path you can't even see it because it's all underground or on the tarmac. So I would 100% get rid of that, and you will have so much more room to do, well, more things. In the words of Stepbrothers, there's so much room for activities. So let's just have a look at this car park over here anyway. I do love all the little details that you put in though. With the level of detail that you put in, giving you another 6% to work with, I can only begin to imagine what you would do with it. Because there's some really cool things in this park. I love how it comes past this giant water feature here. I'm kind of coming backwards on myself here. So we've got pick up and drop off, staff parking and deliveries, and then you've got the tunnel where they come out of. So staff parking. We've got all these signs here as well, all the road layout all done. And then we come down here and welcome to Sunshine Hill. And just look how cool this is. That design there is amazing. Using the adventure pieces. We come down under the tunnel. And then you can come across here to the main car park as well. Which is literally filled with cars and coaches. And the entrance, well, the pathing actually comes down through here as well. So the entrance to the park, which was over there, we established somewhere about there, wasn't it? And then it comes all underground here and comes out here as well. So don't see that very often. Really nice little touch. And let's go and have a look at the actual entrance. Now, I love this. Absolutely love this. Look at this. How cool is that? That font and sign that you've done there, that's fantastic. And then all this flooring here as well. That must have taken a while to get right. It gives such a nice effect then. So let's come through here. I just love how futuristic it feels. You've got the coaster on both sides, just used as a decorative piece. Love that. You got obviously the water features on both sides as well. It's got some shops. Maybe the shops could have just done with slightly a bit more detailing. Maybe just some signs around them and things like that. I just love the shapes of this park, the curvature of it. How futuristic it feels. Reminds me of Nova World, which I spotlighted back end of last year. That felt like a very science fiction, futuristic park as well. But yeah, really nice. So we come through here. Just all this structure here as well. It's just so unique. And look at this. You can just stand here and like, do you go left to the science fiction? You can see the great big Giga Coaster in the background. Well, of course you've got this pirate area on the right. Let's get to the pirate area first. We'll leave the science fiction bit till the end, which is probably the highlight of the park. So much water and foliage in this park as well. I think you may have potentially overdone it with benches as well. Benches and bins, because you'd be surprised how much they actually take up percentage, you know. Especially when you start putting a lot of them down. They do eat into your percentage quite bad. So we've got a queue path here. What's this one for? It's a long queue path. Not even sure which one this is for. Is this for the river rapids, maybe? Love this queue line though, just all the foliage all the way around it. Oh, it is indeed, yes. So we have the river rapids. Really nice station build as well, using that same font once again. And we come through. Yep, great station build as well, very wide and expansive. Right, let's go for an imaginary ride round, shall we? Because this is quite a long river rapids as well. Just pulled up the terrain all around it as well to make it feel more immersive. When you're on this ride, you can't see outside the park either, which I really like. These are cool. Just the rock formations going over the top as well. Oh wow, I love that. That's so simple, but it gives such a good effect. Yeah, that's great. Right, come around here. Past the water feature. Oh, look at that. Love it. Yeah, this is quite a long river rapids, which is why we didn't actually come for an actual ride on it. But great theming all the way around. And again, a really nice structure once again. Beware. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm proper deep in the jungle now. And you come up through the ship. And this must be coming towards the end now. Oh, we've got a whirly rig just there. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. Really nice river rapids, great theming all the way through. Some really unique structures as well, going around just covering it. Yeah, I love that. I think that was absolutely brilliant. So many water features around the park as well. Just water everywhere I look. I love it. I'm in my absolute element here. Right. Is this for the pirate ship just up here? Yeah. I like how the pirate ship is so elevated compared to everything else. It's a real focal point of this entire area. And then you've got multiple queues here. So you've got the Jolly Octopus and the Flying Dutchman. Queues both here. So obviously the pirate ship, the flat ride here. Then you've also got the whirly rig that's just here as well. So you've got 3 flat rides in very close vicinity to each other. But it really works. You've really pulled that off well. Because sometimes having flat rides right next to each other, it just doesn't work. It looks a little bit too cluttered. But the way that you've been able to decorate all 3 of them separately and give them all their own identities, yeah, that looks fantastic. Not seen very often, but used to great effect. We'll carry on walking around here. So much foliage in this park. It must have taken you ages to put the foliage down. So we've got one of the drop tower things there. How did we get... There's a magic carpet as well. Ah, there we go. We just kind of pretty much just walked past it. The magic carpet ride was actually a really good choice of ride for that area. Because it's quite a long area there, that magic carpet looks fantastic. Gives a really nice sightline as well as you're walking down of that ride. So anyway, we'll carry on walking down. Let's walk towards this Giga. So as I said, despite the fact that this is a PlayStation 5 park, it's not going to be a big spotlight. Because even though it's PlayStation 5, it doesn't feel like a big park. Alright, let's walk down this queue path. I think if you were to go through this park with the pathing that you've got in as well, and put it on a grid, I think you could bring it down even more. I think you could get this park down to about 90%. At least. Love these lights. Just wait until you see them lit up at the end. When I swap to the night POV, them lights look absolutely amazing. They're so cool. Right, so here we come. There's a nice simple station. What have we got here? So the Red Baron. So green across the board, very nice. G-force is really good. Not even 5G there. Yep, great job. So first ride of the park, let's do it. Enjoy, everybody. So there we have Red Baron. Yeah, great ride. Really nicely implemented. I love how it takes up the entire back part of the park. You can see it from the majority of the park, and it goes right the way from one side to the other. Yeah, really nicely done. Maybe just look at adding another brake section somewhere, block section, just so the coaster doesn't sit at the top. So it does like just go a little bit smoother. Now I know that Michael did an amazing tutorial on his channel, M&J Games, of block section, so I'll make sure to try and leave a link of that down below. Other than that, the only thing I would say is just round this very first inversion, this corner here, just slightly needs smoothing. Just a little bit, but the rest of the ride was perfectly smooth, didn't need it at all. And then just be careful of your clipping as well, because there was two different moments on that ride where you do go through the trees as well, so just be careful with that. But yeah, other than that, great ride, really nicely done. Yeah. So, right, let's hop out the exit and let's walk into my favourite area of the park, and the one thing that really jumped out to me and made me want to spotlight this park in the first place. And how cool is this? How long must have this taken as well? That's crazy. Well, is that all basic shapes? Yeah, the cubes. Just all done with basic shapes. Just gives, it's just so unique. Don't normally see things like this. It's quite imposing as well. As you're walking down here, it feels almost a little bit daunting, to be honest. So we've got an exit for the wheel there. Let's come back down here. So this must be the ride entrance for that one. So this is a long queue line as well. See how I would be tempted, do away with all that great big long queue line and just have it there. Just have it start there, because it's not full up, and this is probably 1, maybe 2% just for that queue line there. It just doesn't need to be that long. Right, let's come round here. Ferris wheel, not wheel. I'm sitting here thinking I called it a wheel. It's not a wheel, it's a Ferris wheel. How did I forget Ferris wheel? How many spotlights have you done, Matty? Seriously. So we've got all this food court here. Again, I just think maybe too many benches. Possibly. I would look at halving them. I genuinely think you could get this park down to... Well, I said 90% earlier on. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm thinking maybe even about the 85% mark. 85, 80%. And just imagine how much more you could do with that. Alright, we'll come around here. I love how expansive all this area is. Just really nice and wide and open. See, you've got 8 blocks of toilets. You don't need 8 blocks of toilets. Just the one. They don't get full. It's not like kind of the guests go in and she's like, oh no, I can't go in there anymore because they're full. It honestly doesn't matter. I love this style though. I love the back of it. Even if you didn't want to get rid of all of them, even if you just got rid of the 2 on the ends or something and had the like kind of the 2 in the middle and then just put something on these edges here. I'm just trying to look at ways you can reduce your percentage. And the same again here, look. Just look how many benches and bins there are here. It's just, honestly, my friend, it's just too many. Too many. Don't need to... And how many of them are being used as well? None. Not a single one of them is currently being used. Yeah. Right, we'll come across here before we go on that coaster. So we've got the delivery pickup. So just thinking of these backstage areas. This kind of links up to where we were earlier on. Really nice how you're thinking of these little realistic parts as well. Thinking of that realism. I'd love to see how much more you could do with the extra percentage given back to you. These buildings are ace. Such a cool style. Right, okay. Let's go and have a look at this, shall we? once again, these queue paths are just insanely long. So we have a Basilisk single rail coaster. Yeah, these two queue paths, given the fact that you've got the priority pass as well as this path, I bet you're taking up about 5% on these queues alone. Love this. Love the custom supporting that you've done. And then the buildings around here. That looks ace. And just all the like the random just balls that are around as well. All the different colours as well. Love that. And look at this station. Wow. That's sensational. Right, let's go and have a look, shall we? Oh my days. Oh, this is ace. Right, let's have a look at this then. So we have abstract. I was looking at that then, like, thinking, what the heck does that say? Abstract. See, Matty can read. So, green across the board. G-forces are quite high, 7.31. They are quite high. But let's go for a ride and see how we get on. So, enjoy, everybody. So, there we have abstract. Now, I've made it no secret, to be honest, that I am not a big fan of these rides. I would potentially say one of my least favourite rides in Planet Coaster. I just don't think they look visually that pleasing. I don't like the inversions that the in-game gives you. But this was absolutely fantastic. That was sensational. I love that. I love the idea behind it. I love the colouring. I love the layout. The only bit of the entire ride that I think needs addressing is this one little bit here. Literally just that one bit, and I think that may be where the G-forces are coming from as well. Now, are we going to be lucky and see the ride come around? There's one there. Let's just speed it up a little bit, just so it goes around a bit quicker. Come on, times are wasting. Right, and if you just watch it go up that little bump as well, even off board you can see it's just a little bit extreme there, so maybe just smooth that out a little bit just so it comes up a bit smoother, and I think that's where your G-force problem is on this ride. But yeah, I absolutely love that. All custom supported all the way around, absolutely fantastic. I'm glad I rode it day and night as well. Yeah, great job, absolutely amazing. I'd love to see an entire park kind of like with this kind of idea. Maybe do a smaller park, maybe, because you've done such a big park and there's so much pathing everywhere that's taken up your percentage, and it's like a park of two halves. You've done that side over there with all the pirates, and then you've got sci-fi over here. They're two very differing styles. It's like they're almost two very different parks. And I would just love it, even if you were to do like kind of a park in that kind of area, just that alone, but have this kind of sci-fi style theming, because I would love to see what you would do, because it's just so good. It's amazing. And obviously people would have seen the lighting as we were going around there. Shall we just swap it to night very quickly as well? I mean, look how good that is. Them custom lights that you built there are amazing. I love them. Reminds me very much of Singapore. The building in Singapore. I can't remember what the name of it is. Mr. Antonio built it for the centerpiece contest, whatever that building is called. But it reminds me of that. People are like, "Man, I've got no idea what you're on about." I know what I'm on about, alright? Just leave me to it. The only thing I would say is I think maybe there's just a couple too many. As good as it is, I would maybe just delete a couple of them because it's a little bit excessive. I love the design, I just think there's too many of them, is all. I think that's kind of like a theme throughout the park, if I'm honest. There's too much of everything. There's too much pathing, too many bins, too many benches, too many lights. I would just go through and build smarter, not more kind of thing. Less is more, so to speak, and just watch that percentage come back and how much more you could put in this park. But yeah, absolutely love what I've seen. I just wish there was more. I'm left feeling wanting more, and that's always a good thing. So yeah, great job, M. Absolutely fantastic. I loved it. What a great little park. I cannot wait to see what you do in future projects. I want to see a park like this, if I'm honest. I want you to do an entire sci-fi park in this kind of genre. I'd love to see that. I really would. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think maybe MD has gone a little bit too far with some of the things? Am I being a little bit too nitpicky? Probably. Matty normally is. Depends what side of bed I wake up on the morning. Matty, you can tell what side of bed you woke up on. You're being so grumpy with this spotlight. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this spotlight. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It does really help me out. I'll be back in a couple of days for another Planet Coaster Spotlight. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves. Bye everybody!